Alright guys, we are loading in right now. We will be taking a flight from Spokane International to Portland, Oregon, to the PDX flight. This plane will be a little bit different than what you typically would see, but it is something that I know how to fly and can fly pretty good. So as you can see, it's an Alaskan Airlines, but this is an Airbus, and I don't believe, and I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that can tell me, I don't believe they do have a um, Airbus A220 or A320. Sorry. All right, so let's hook up the power. Let's get this thing going. We're gonna get this on. I'm gonna go ahead and get a hold of ground service. Get the jetway connected
ground
up.
Delta Tree 155. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta Tree 155.
There it goes.
The jetway is going to be connected.
Okay. And as I've said in previous videos, we got master warning. Okay. So as I've said in previous videos, I have some issues with some other systems, so I'm still working on a lot of the kinks, trying to get better at this. I've got to get through this system, so you're going to hear multiple systems going. You're going to have the typical ATC from here, but you're also going to hear the beyond ATC that I have in as well. So we're connecting that right now, so you're going to hear that.
Beyond ATC connected.
There it is. Okay, so we are hooked up. So now that we are loading our people on, let's go ahead and we're going to put our seatbelt sign on. Oh, we're going to put that back on. Turn that on. Turn these off. And we're going to get all of our fuel system up and going. Excuse me. So get the APU on. And we will go ahead and start the APU. Okay. So now that we've got the APU up and running, we're going to go over to our MCDU and let's get this programmed up. All right, so there we go. So we will be KGEG/K PDX from. We'll put that in sometime today. There it goes. Okay. So we got that in there. We're going to get our cost index. I'm going to pull this up in my chart real quick. Okay, so cost index is 5 today. And then our cruising altitude today will be 32,000 feet. So we'll click that. That gives us our temp automatically. And then our flight number is ASA 4512. And that will go right there. All right, so we are good there. We'll go over here to flight plan. Go in here to departure. And on this departure, we need to, sorry, looking for it right now. Okay, looks like we will be going out to 1. And it says that we are not going to have any type of departure. So we're just going to insert that. We'll just leave it on 2-1. we are going to go to capture. Maybe our waypoints. We'll go to Gerard. Okay, now we got to make sure which one that's going to be. Well, I guess they are kind of both the same thing, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's going to give us that one. And then we're going to go to PDX and arrivals. And we're going to be on the Hood 5 arrival. So this is a kind of a shorter flight. I kind of have a big airplane for this flight, so it's kind of a little bit iffy, but looks like we're going to go the Hood 5 on 28 left. So ILS 28 left. We are looking for this one here, so we're going to grab that. That doesn't give me anything else, so we're just going to enter that one in and then return back. That gives us our waypoints for the Hood 5 arrival all the way in. Okay, so perfect. Now we are all set up on the Hood 5 arrival, so we'll go up into our waypoints. There they all are. So we're going to get our V1, V2, and V3. We're going to do a flaps 1 departure. Let's see, our fuel. Let's see what we got our fuel at. 10, 6, and 8. Make sure that is correct. Actually, that is not going to be correct. So we need to have, we're going to go up into our payload here. So this is set in pounds. Yeah, as a light pilot. So I'm going to try to get this exactly the way we want it. We're at 50%. We need to be at about, we're going gallons here. Yeah, these are going to be gallons. So we're going to go up a little bit on this. 16. Alright, we're going to go a little bit heavier on this payload. So that would give us some more people on the plane. I'll go a little bit more than that. So that's where we gotta make sure that everything's gonna be good on our side when it comes to fuel. Increase it just a little bit more. Should go about right there. About 57% fuel. Maybe a little lighter. We'll go 50. Back down to 50. Okay, so we're good on fuel now. We've got all of our stuff set up here. Okay, so swing back out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Everything started. We're going to turn external power off. All right. And our jetway is connected, so we are loading up. Let's go ahead and get our clearance.
Alaska 4512, ready for IF or clearance to Portland Airport.
Alaska 4512, Spokane clearance, cleared to Portland. Radar vector 0, VIN is filed. Maintain 6000. Expect flight level tree 20, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 12tree.75. Squawk tree 500.
Cleared to Portland. Radar vector 0, VIN is filed. Maintain 6000. Expect flight level 320, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 123.75. Squawk 3500, Alaska 4512.
Alaska 4512, read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for push or start.
We'll contact ground 121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start. Alaska 4512. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're going to pop back out here. You see, we're surrounded by a lot of the Alaska planes. We've got Southwest over here, Delta's right here in the middle. Our last flight, we taxied into here. Found out that it was incorrect things and that, so. All right. So, kind of fun aspect that we got a pretty full airport right now. We're going to go ahead and
Spoken
finish
ground
the
Delta
baggage
Tree
service.
155. Could you please send the baggage?
Delta Tree 155 baggage is on the way.
Okay. At this point, we're pretty much ready. So as soon as the baggage gets done, we're gonna go ahead and push, and we'll start it up and get going. So, but I really like the skin. I really wish Alaska, and I gotta go check. I think they should have some Airbuses because this looks pretty dang good. Now I will say, like, growing up, I've always been a Boeing 737 fan. 747 is absolute by far one of my favorite airplanes. I love the fact of how big that is. A380 is another one that I absolutely love. I think that A380 is a fantastic one. I wish I had more time today. I would do my flight with the A380. I tried to start it, but it's just going to be one of those longer flights, longer recordings. So I figure I'm going to wait on that one, then I'll focus on these others. Alright, last baggage is going on. So it looks like we might have some clouds climbing out. Might have some clouds down around Portland. I was trying to verify that, but it doesn't look like it. But there might be. So I'm checking that right now on my charts. Try to see if there is. It looks like there is a storm out there, so that one, oh, that one could be fun. This could be a fun landing. There's a cloud. There's some clouds out there and stuff. So this is kind of about what I've been wanting to get into. Is I wanted another rain landing. My very first flight on Flight Simulator was a flight into Seattle from Salt Lake, and I was with the A330, I believe, and yeah, that one was fun. So I didn't know how the ILS worked. I didn't know. I was freaking a rookie, and I was able to get it landed, but it was tough. So okay, we're gonna go ahead and get clearance to push and start.
Alaska 4512, Gate 5 Bravo, request pushback.
Alaska 4512, Spokane ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Okay,
Pushback approved. Face east,
Spokane
Alaska
ground Delta Tree
4512.
155 requesting pushback.
Delta Tree 155, pushback request accepted.
All right, guys. Doors closed. Everything's closed up. Here we go. So I'm gonna have him start pushing straight, and then we'll kind of turn it out. Now, this is the problem with the flight simulator, ATC, pushback, all that stuff, is it doesn't do the hard angles that I've noticed. It might. I've got to figure that out, but it really doesn't do anything like hard. So it's kind of tough on my end because I'm just like, I'd really like to see that. So let's see what we're doing here. Oh, a little jumpy. There it goes. Okay. And we're going to push off to the left, right now.
Spokane ground Delta Tree 155 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
Delta Tree 155, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
All right, engine 1 is starting. And we are going to be stopping push right now.
Spokane ground Delta Tree 155 requesting the end of pushback.
Delta Tree 155, request to end pushback received.
Okay. So we are good on that aspect. We are now going to just go ahead and close this out because we won't need that the rest of the flight. And engine 2 coming on. Okay, we've got both starting up. So we'll go back inside here. Let's get the plane ready for taxi. We should have got these on before we taxi back, but that's okay. Get the strobes on. Once we have two good motors, we'll go ahead and turn off that APU. Let's get these both going. Gotta turn our batteries on. Okay, everything's good there, good there. We're all set up there. Flight plan is in and set up to go. We'll put it onto nav. Yep, we are all set on that. All stabilize. Engine 1 is stable. And engine 2 is almost stable. So we are at the point we can go ahead and request a taxi.
Alaska 4512, request taxi.
Alaska 4512, runway 3, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Runway 3, taxi my discretion, Alaska 4512.
Okay, so it sounds like it changed. It's already changed the takeoff. So, which is surprising because we just came in on that runway. So we're going to be looking like we're going to go down Alpha to 3. So we're going to hurry and change that before we move. Let's get over here. Okay, so let's get into flight plan. Go up here, departure, and then looks like we're taking off from 3. So I'm gonna probably, let's see what that departure looks like out of 3. So we're changing it to 3. I'm gonna do a GEG 7. That route. No, it's not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna insert the GEG 7 departure. Let's go ahead and insert that. And now that is all done. So now we're gonna go in, and it's just gonna bring us right back around. So, okay, we are set and ready to taxi. So here we go. Right, we did have, just want to make sure we did. We're going to stop for just a second because I want to check something real quick. Okay, our V1, V2, V3 are in. Okay, we're good. We're golden right there. Let's hurry while we're going to go back to taxiing. Just wanted to check that real quick. So, taxiing out, we're going to get our use.
Spokane Airport information.
You have information, Papa.
Wind tree 6 at Niner.
Spokane Airport information, Papa. 002 for Zulu. Wind tree 50 at Niner. Visibility 10. Scattered at 4,000. Ceiling 6,000 broken. 7500 overcast. Temperature 09er. Dew point 0 tree. Altimeter tree 002. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 0 tree. Numerous cranes in operation around Spokane. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa. Spokane Airport information, Papa. 002 for Zulu. Wind tree 50 at Niner. Visibility.
Okay, we're gonna go back to ground. That's kind of interesting that those two fight each other because that is the 2 ATC fighting up against each other. So kind of interesting. Now, if I remember right, when I looked at this chart of the airport, okay, we will have to cross a runway down here. Looks like we gotta cross runway 8. So we will have to switch over to tower here in just a second. So switch to tower. Tower Alaska 4512, requesting cross runway 8 at Alpha.
Alaska 4512, cross runway 8. Continue taxi via.
Cross runway 8. Continue taxi via Alaska 4512.
Okay, that's our clearance, so we can go ahead and clear. Clear across. Alright. So we're going to be departing on runway 3. I am trying this stuff out again. So just a little bit of understand that, like trying to get the whole lingo down and stuff like that. So this Beyond ATC is like, you got to have it, honestly. The more I've messed with it today, doing these recordings and that I've been doing today, it's been phenomenal. It's been an experience. So you got hotkeys that you can mess with for the radio chatter. You never have to take any of your hands off of anything. So just kind of fun. Definitely brings some realism into the game. So we're going to go ahead and ask for clearance. Alaska 4512 with you, tower, at runway 3, ready to go. I guess that didn't pick it up. See, I didn't do it right. Tower, Alaska 4512 at runway 3, ready to go.
Spokane Tower, Alaska 4512. We don't see you at assigned departure runway as yet. Contact ground.
Here. This is runway 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just see what they...
Alaska 4512, holding short, runway 3.
So this says
Alaska 4512, Spokane Tower. Wind 350 at Niner. Fly heading 030, runway 3, cleared for takeoff.
so we're gonna roll right on out of
Fly
here.
heading 030, runway 3, cleared for takeoff, Alaska 4512.
Okay, flaps are set to 1. We have our auto brakes engaged. There's a clear right there. Shows you that you have to like say things differently in the right way, or it doesn't recognize you. So, like I said, I'm not an airline pilot. I am a truck driver by trade, so it's kind of just fun to get in here and do this. Now, this is something I definitely want to get into. Okay, here we go. All right, Toga, here we go. One's coming up. There's V1. We're rotating. Ooh, that wind. Ooh, that wind. Pause the rig, gear up. Oh, that wind is really getting me. Okay, we're going to autopilot.
Alaska 4512, reset transponder. Squawk 3500.
3500 in the box, Alaska 4512.
All right.
Alaska 4512, contact Spokane departure.
Contact Spokane departure, Alaska 4512. Have a good afternoon. Spokane departure, Alaska 4512 for 1,800 feet.
Alaska 4512, Spokane departure. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Climb maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3002.
Climb maintain 16,000 feet. Altimeter 3002. Alaska 4512.
All right, up to 16,000 feet.
Alaska
Here we go.
4512, turn left, heading 185.
Turn left, heading 185. Alaska 4512.
So a lot of this right now, the vectors and stuff that it's trying to get me to, it's just basically trying to get me right back onto my pathway. So we're already bound for that. We're gonna go there. So that's why I'm not really worried about it.
Clear direct Zegro. Resume on navigation.
Clear direct Zegro. Resume own navigation. Alaska 4512.
So yeah, perfect like that. Yeah, so the line that's right here, this line right here is what the plane is going to follow because of the flight plan I put in. So we're just going to basically follow that. And this is a quick flight. It's going to be really quick. So just quick up, quick down. Very fun. Quick, easy flight. I'm really wondering, I got to go look and see what that is. If that's an Air Force base or if that is another airport. So I know you got the international, it's right here. I'm very interested to see what this one is. It just throws me off having them that close, and that one's got a way longer runway to it as well. So, anyway, like I said, I'm hoping when we get over here to PDX,
Alaska 4512, contact Seattle Center 19225.
Center on 19225, Alaska 4512. Seattle Center, Alaska 4512, good afternoon. Through 13,600 for 6,000 feet.
Alaska 4512, Seattle Center, good afternoon. Climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, Alaska 4512.
Okay, here we go up. So a little bit about my channel here. I'm not going to always focus on Flight Simulator. Like, I've got two other things I want to kind of get content out for. One of it is LSPDFR. I absolutely love that game. Got into it probably 4 or 5 years ago, and just had some time. I was able to start figuring it out, and can't say enough how awesome it is to have people that help you out in this community and are willing to kind of give their time to show videos of how to download stuff, because it's very time consuming, like, to add stuff in if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, there's videos out there for 4 hours, guys that are just going through every single download and basically showing you. So I mean, you're losing 4 or 5 hours of your day just setting a game up. So, and the one problem with GTA is it's constantly updating, and when it does that, it's just a pain in the butt. Like, you're sitting there, can't play LSPDFR because of an update. Now there's ways to revert it back to the older files, but I know that I was struggling with that, where I was having issues, so I would just wait till it got into the upgraded packages and everything upgraded. But yeah, I'm very interested to see how 6 comes out. I heard that we're gonna be delayed on the PC stuff, which is kind of annoying, but is what it is at this point. But it's fun to get back into the simulators. I also do Run 8. Little backstory on me there is I used to work for the railroad, Union Pacific Railroad, out of Utah, and I came across Run 8 a couple years ago, and tried it out. It can be a very expensive game to set up. The graphics aren't wonderful, but the realism is top notch. Like the fact that um, all the different draft forces, buff forces of the train, the sound effects that they put in. I mean, they've done a really good job, and it's an open world, so it ain't like train simulators, like Rail Sim 6 or whatever is out. This one's an actual open world, so like I can go from Long Beach or LA and go all the way out to Arizona with a train. I can go from Arizona all the way up to Fresno with the train, the southwest region. I know there's guys that run the southeast region with Norfolk Southern, CSX, as well as like the Ohio area, and you have different regions that you can basically mess with, and it's fun. Like you can set up a bunch of different things and scenarios for yourself, but it gives you that realism. You don't have you basically take care of the thing yourself, the game yourself, by setting it up, and it makes it kind of fun in that aspect that you're doing everything on it. So I definitely highly recommend. I know there's not very many people that have videos out. There are more that are coming, but that would be definitely one that I would say, if you got some time, look at the videos of the guys that have the videos out and kind of see what they do and how they explain different things. It is definitely one simulator that is very fun to play. Now, there are some guys that have perfected a lot of the graphics. I just haven't had the time to go in and really dink around with it. So my schedule usually is I'm home on weekends, so between balancing family life and getting this stuff done, I do definitely want to get some more time to do this stuff, and you know, my wife is very understanding to it, so I don't want to jump out here and look at these clouds. One thing I absolutely love about this game is the way that the clouds are. I'm very interested to see how 24 is. See if it's how much better and crisper these clouds are. My PC that I've got on this, my wife is the one that basically let me order this PC in.
Alaska 4512. Contact Seattle Center 126.1. Have a good one.
Center on 126.1, Alaska 4512.
So yeah, she's
Seattle Center, Alaska 4512. Good afternoon. Through flight level 312 for flight level 320 direct Jordan.
Alaska 4512, Seattle Center, copy.
Anyway, so my wife is basically the one that allowed me to really get into this, and I don't mean like she tells me
WestJet
I can't, but
1866, contact
she
Seattle
has.
Center 120.3, see you.
Contact Seattle Center 120.3, WestJet 1866.
I forgot to roll back my throttles. Anyway, like I said, she's the one that basically has encouraged me to do this. Like I've been talking about doing this for a while, where I wanted to start figuring this stuff out, and she really encouraged me and basically told me, like, you know, if this is something that you want to do, you're good at the games you play, you know, so if you're gonna do it, like, do it. So she helped me get the computer set up, screen set up, everything set up, and she's very patient, very patient with the fact of gaming and stuff, especially because like I said, I'm gone all week long with the driving truck. So when I am home, it's the only time I really get to chat with her. So we try to make it as special as possible. And the fact that she's doesn't throw a fit about the fact that I'm in here trying to do this, trying to perfect this, spending my effort and time into this. I can't say enough how much I appreciate the support from her. So I hope I can make her proud that I'm doing a good job on it. So, but yeah, it's definitely some fun. Alright. So, okay, I just looked this up. That is an Air Force base. That is the Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane. That is right next to the airport. So looks like it's a bunch of cargo. Looks like it's a cargo plane base from what I can see. Maybe not. Maybe it has. I just don't see any.
Alaska
Fighter
492.
squadrons.
Contact Seattle Center 132.6. Have a good afternoon.
Different Alaska flight.
Contact Seattle Center 132.6, Alaska 492. Have a good one.
Okay, so let's get back to business here. Let's get back inside. My dog just woke up from a nap. Alright, so we're in the cruise part of the flight.
Alaska 4512. Contact Seattle Center 132.6.
So they're going to
Center
start
on 132.6, Alaska 4512. Have a good one.
They're going to start bringing us in here in just a little bit.
Seattle Center, Alaska 4512. Good afternoon. Flight level 319er.
Alaska 4512. Seattle Center, roger.
Okay, so we're going to set this up. Modified approach. So
Seattle Center, Horizon Air 2157, flight level 252.
Horizon Air 2157. Seattle Center, radar contact.
Okay, so we got 28 left here that I'm looking at right now.
Seattle Center, SkyWest 3688, flight level 327.
SkyWest 3688. Seattle Center, radar contact.
Okay, so our localizer, MDA. Okay, our MDA number is going to be...
Seattle Center, Delta 2287, flight level 370.
Put that in there.
Delta 2287, Seattle Center, radar contact.
So these are where I'm getting those numbers, just so anybody that wants to know can know about it. Those numbers are coming off of charts. It's navigraph.com is the company that puts it out, and they're hooked up with SimBrief. And SimBrief is who I'm getting all of the stuff. And so, like, if you're getting into this, I definitely suggest you get into SimBrief, because SimBrief will. I subscribe to it. It's not very expensive.
Horizon Air 2037. Contact Seattle
it's really
Center
worth it, honestly, in my
126.1.
opinion.
Center on
It just makes this
126.1,
so much easier to
Horizon
do
Air
things,
2037.
and it gives you a lot more realism. So definitely suggest, if you're going to do it, definitely do it, because it'll make it fun. Let's check back outside. See, this is what's going to be fun. I'm so excited to see these clouds.
Contact Seattle Center 134.905.
I'm very excited to see these clouds
Contact
right now.
Seattle Center 134.905, Alaska 620.
You know, somebody watches this video is going to laugh at me for being excited about clouds, but I am actually very excited about this because I love being tested, and especially in simulators, I
Alaska
love being
492.
tested on this stuff.
Contact Seattle Center 119.225.
So,
Contact Seattle Center 119.225, Alaska 492. See you.
I am very excited about the fact that there's clouds here because of the fact that it will be fun to set up ILS, get a hold of the localizer, all that stuff, and be able to come into land.
Delta
Like, I think it's
2287.
so much fun.
Contact Seattle Center 119.225.
I think what we're going to do on
Contact
this,
Seattle
I'm going to
Center
land,
119.225, Delta 2287.
when I land this flight, I think what my next one is, I want to probably fly down to San Jose. Again, it's probably going to be an Airbus, and I'm probably going to do a Southwest flight, because why not? I know everybody in the aviation has been joking around about Southwest getting away from the MAX series airplanes, the Boeings, and going to Airbus. Same thing with Alaska. Something kind of interesting. I would definitely would be interested to see that. Yeah, it's, I don't know what else to say on that one. It's gonna be interesting to see if they do it. If they've already done it, and I'm totally misspeaking if they're already those planes already exist for these companies, then please comment. Let me know that because I would absolutely love to know that. So, I'm trying to peek down and see if I can see where I'm at. Like I said, being a truck driver, I kind of know these areas for the landscape side of things. So I'm just trying to see what section we're at. I think that is the gorge area over there. So that's gonna be like Hermiston area. I think that's the blues that's up over here. This might be Yakima or something. Washington. Yeah, according to the radar right now that I'm looking at on SimBrief, it is showing that there's an actual storm in Seattle right now, pretty heavy rainstorm. So, man, it's hard. I'm debating if I really want to, jump up to Seattle and take off from Seattle, or do a flight from. That might be what I do here. Is take off from PDX and then do a Alaska flight up to Seattle. So we'll do like a transition flight in this. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do, people. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. We'll change over the. We'll make this recording just a little bit longer,
Alaska
probably.
4512. Seattle Center. Expect hood 5. Runway 10 right.
Okay, so they just changed our runway, so we're gonna change up on that. We're gonna accept that clearance.
Expect hood 5, runway 10 right, Alaska 4512.
Okay. So that's good to know because they just changed that up completely on us. So we gotta go into flight plan. Go down. Go into destination, arrival, and they said 10 right. So we're gonna go to ILS 10 right on the hood 5. So it looks like all they did is just change our runways over. So now we're going to be coming in on the 5. So we're going to run cruise. So we're on 10 right now. I'm going to check these numbers real quick on the charts. Because now we're on a 10 right. And it looks like we have a cat chart, so we're going to hurry and look at that. So this is going to be a little bit different. So this is going to be, so 10 right is on the other side of the airport. So we got to go around the airport, and then we're going to come in from the west and land. So I'm going to look at a few.
Horizon Air 2157. Contact Tri-Cities approach 122.905.
Okay.
Contact Tri-Cities approach. Horizon Air 2157. Have a good afternoon.
Alaska 4512. Descend via Hood 5 arrival. Portland landing runway 10 right. Altimeter 3022.
Descend via Hood 5 arrival. Portland landing runway 10 right. Altimeter 3022. Alaska 4512.
Okay, we're going to start our descent down to 20,000. He did not give us a actual length or actual altitude there, so we're going to start descending.
Good afternoon, Seattle Center, Horizon Air 2096, descending via Glacier Tree, flight level 290.
Horizon Air 2096, Seattle Center, radar contact.
For the PH, and we're going to be at 40 on the MBA. Okay. So, and then we're going to get the crosswind, the temp, all that stuff off of their tower.
Seattle Center, UPS 9er 76 Heavy, flight level 339er.
UPS 9er 76 Heavy, Seattle Center, radar contact.
For a second, then switch to
Alaska 4512, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
Center on 126.6, Alaska 4512. Have a good one. Seattle Center, Alaska 4512, descending via Hood 5, flight level 274. Alaska 4512, Seattle Center, descend maintain 6000, altimeter 3022. Descend maintain 6000, altimeter 3022, Alaska 4512. WestJet 1698, contact Seattle Center 128.15. Take care.
Center on 128.15, WestJet 1698. Have a good afternoon.
Frontier Flight 1723, descend via Chin's 5 arrival, Seattle-Tacoma Airport landing runway 16 left, altimeter 3014.
Descend via Chin's 5 arrival, Seattle-Tacoma Airport landing runway 16 left, altimeter 3014, Frontier Flight 1723.
Frontier Flight 9218, contact Seattle Center 134.905. See you.
Center on 134.905, Frontier Flight 9218.
All right. So we are going to get some cloud cover here.
Frontier Flight 1723, contact Seattle Center 134.905. See you.
So it helped if I turn those off.
Center on 134.905, Frontier Flight 1723.
Let's see how far out we are now. Okay. It's kind of fun when they change stuff up on you. That's what's fun about this Beyond HTC is it will change stuff up on you. So I'm just kind of looking right now, as you can probably tell because I'm not moving the camera around, but I was just looking to see what everything is on my flight plan. So that way I'm fully prepared for what we're dealing with here.
Southwest 536, contact Seattle Center 132.6.
Center on 132.6, Southwest 536. See you.
The injector that I've got, you've got this airplane here and this airplane over here flying away. These are planes that are actually right here from what I understand about this injector that I've used, is it automatically puts these planes in. So looks like we're actually right over the Washington and Oregon state line. This is the gorge.
Seattle Center,
Columbia River Gorge.
1866, flight level 340.
So we are going to get into some clouds.
1866, Seattle Center, good afternoon.
Really hope this is showing up really good on the other end, but this is such a clear, crisp. I love the sun angle of this and everything. It looks so good. So I've also got the A350. And I might fly that from Seattle when we get up to there. I might fly that from Seattle down to all the way down, but I also have some other airlines and stuff like that. This is just, like I said, I like the Airbus stuff. The plane is easy to set up. I've got to learn the Boeing stuff. I do have the 787, 747. I do have.
Contact Redmond
So that one's
approach
going to be
122.905.
another one that I have that I can put in.
Contact Redmond
and
approach, Horizon
just
Air
mess with.
2125.
The better part of this is I don't think we're going to need to take on any fuel when we get down here. I'm just looking at the fuel gauge right now still. Yeah, you can kind of see it's around these clouds is very windy because the plane is not stable. Like it's sitting and bouncing around. That's some of the fun parts about how this game is it's very accurate on how the winds are and how the plane bounces around. So like you'd be feeling some turbulence right now. So okay, so we're on hood 5. And we're gonna go back inside real quick. Okay, so we are gonna get ready to turn here in a sec and we'll go over Mount Hood. So I was kind of wondering what we were doing because here's the Columbia River Gorge and the airport is usually right alongside of it. So kind of curious what we were doing there. But, oh yeah, look at that. Trying to remember the town. Oh, that's gonna bug me the rest of the night. I go through that town all the dang time. That's where the speed change is for trucks. We go from being able to do 65 down to 60 from there. About right where my mouse is the speed change. I'll go right on around. So, and then tomorrow night I will probably be sleeping right around in here somewhere. One of my all-time favorite places to sleep is like right in this area, just because you're next to the river. It's quieter, I should say. So it'll be a lot of fun. All right, we're getting into that cloud cover. All right, I love it.
Alaska 1098. Contact Seattle Center 2815.
Contact Seattle Center 2815, Alaska 1098.
It's choppy. It's choppy. The plane's bouncing. Oh, that's fun. Let's go back inside. We can kind of watch this a little bit more. Okay. So we've kind of leveled off because we're
Seattle
staying
Center,
to
Alaska
what
1068. Good afternoon. Flight level 319er. Alaska 1068, Seattle Center.
So we've got it set to where we are supposed to come down to 6,000 feet. The computer is holding us level right now at 12 because of the fact that that's the Hood River descent. So it's keeping us about above Mount Hood that's coming up right now.
Alaska 4512. Contact Portland approach 124.35. Have a good one. Contact Portland approach, Alaska 4512.
All right.
Portland approach, Alaska 4512, 12,100. We have Bravo on board.
Alaska Alaska 4512, Portland approach. Good afternoon. Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 right.
Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 right. Alaska 4512.
Okay, so they're giving us a visual approach, so. Okay, so
7000 overcast. Temperature 13. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 3022. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 10 right, 10 left. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
ILS runway 28 left and ILS runway
Portland Airport information. Bravo. 0110 Zulu. Wind 300 at 8. Visibility 8. Light rain. 2 clouds at 2000. Ceiling 4,800 broken. 7000 overcast. Temperature 13. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 3022. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runways 10 right, 10 left. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo. Portland Airport information. Bravo. 0110 Zulu. Wind 300 at 8. Visibility 8. Light rain. 2 clouds at 2000. Ceiling 4,800 broken. 7000 overcast. Temperature 13. Dew point 09er. Altimeter 3022. VFR conditions.
Portland approach. Alaska 4512. Good afternoon. 9100 we have Bravo on board.
Jazz 654, fly present heading. Descend maintain 4,000 feet.
Alright, that's
Fly
scared me a
present
little bit. I
heading.
thought we were
Descend
going into a
maintain
mountain.
4,000 feet. Jazz 654.
Alright.
Alaska 4512, Portland approach. Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 right.
Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 right. Alaska 4512.
Look at these mountains. Absolutely stunning. Sorry, I'm a very mountainous person. I love the mountains. When you can get it right like this looks good. Very accurate for the area, I must say. Alright. Okay, so we're going to focus on my landing now. So, some rain clouds. I believe this is our airport over here. So we are going out and around.
3464, turn left, heading
As you see, this is our
315,
ground.
descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Altimeter 3022, vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about 19 miles.
So that's exactly what it's doing. So here's
Turn
our
left,
airport. So
heading
that is our
315,
airport.
descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Altimeter 3022, SkyWest 3464.
So we're going to go out and around here. Definitely got some wind up here in the area. So we get about right next to the airport, roughly. I will start transitioning everything over to for landing, so we'll get our
Jazz
ILS set up.
654, turn left, heading 180, intercept the 10 left localizer, descend maintain 3,300.
Turn left, heading 180, intercept the 10 left localizer, descend maintain 3,300, Jazz 654.
So Portland's going to be definitely a busier airport. Seattle's going to be even worse. I'm kind of excited about flying up there. Our charts open. We want to get our charts open and stuff because once I'm on the ground, I want to have everything set up for taxiing. It is just, I don't know why they said winds are calm, man. Holy crap, it don't feel calm. I don't know, this area is finicky because you get so much wind up this river, and then you get down in here to Portland, and it's
Jazz
like,
654, airport is at your 12 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field, Jazz 654.
Jazz 654, cleared visual approach runway 10 left.
Cleared visual approach 10 left, Jazz 654.
So yeah, this looks like the ceiling of the
Jazz
clouds is about
654,
6,000.
contact Portland Tower 118.7.
Contact Tower 118.7, Jazz 654.
Over again. So all this green on here, this is the terrain of the mountains around. So as it's getting close, I can't remember what the criteria, how close it has to be for it to show up like that. But it's definitely pretty interesting. We are in the soup. Okay, so we will, let's go ahead, beacons are on. I'm gonna turn our nav light on. Lights are still taxi. Turn lights. Just go off on those. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like this. It's gonna be fun. So right now we're literally just watching this. Okay. And as I stated, I'm gonna start getting ready, getting comfortable. Okay, so let's check this out. Feels so good. What is operable then? So engines. So this is the A320, by the way, that comes with the game. I've just put a different skin on it. That's why you don't have the computer over here. So, man, that is awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back to our chart for the ILS-10.
SkyWest 3464, turn right, heading 060, intercept the 10 right localizer.
So this
Turn
should
right,
bring us
heading
down.
060, intercept the 10 right localizer, SkyWest 3464.
Okay, so we're right next to the airport, so we're gonna
SkyWest 3464, descend and maintain 3,300 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,300 feet, SkyWest 3464.
Alaska 4512, descend maintain 4,000 feet, vectors for the approach.
go 4,000 feet.
Descend maintain 4,000 feet, Alaska 4512.
So this will start bringing us down here in just a second. It is following what the computer is telling it to do, and so the computer will set it up for this approach. The air traffic controller is basically bringing us down to the height that we need to be to pick up that localizer that he was talking about. So, man, this feels so trippy being in these clouds. I love it. Okay. So, we're turning to the right, and we're descending. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting on localizer. I'm going to take that off. Switch that to there. So here's our localizers. Okay, so now we are fully set up for a approach into Portland. Now, one thing that's fun is I gotta stay above 4,000 to clear these
Portland
mountains that are right
approach,
here.
Alaska 1297. Good afternoon. 16,900 feet with information Bravo.
Alaska 4512, turn left, heading 165, intercept the 10 right localizer, descend and maintain 2,500.
Turn left, heading 165. Intercept the 10 right localizer. Descend and maintain 2,500, Alaska 4512.
SkyWest 3464, airport is at your 12 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field, SkyWest 3464.
SkyWest 3464, cleared visual approach runway 10 right.
Cleared visual
That's
approach
one.
10 right, SkyWest 3464.
Overspeed.
SkyWest 3464, contact Portland Tower 123.775.
Over to Tower 123.775, SkyWest 3464.
Alaska 1297, Portland approach. Good afternoon. Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 left.
Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 left. Alaska 1297.
Okay. Keep our speed up for a minute so we can get through these turns. So it looks like, from what I can tell, is like I'm going off of what the flight plan is and all the waypoints, and I'm kind of sticking to that. If I would have followed what the ATC would have told me, from what I'm seeing, I would have skipped probably two of these waypoints that I'm going to be hitting here. I'm coming in on a 10-mile final, so as you can see, we're just swinging back around, and he's going to bring me in on a 5, it looks like. So that's kind of what it's looking like to me from the charts and stuff, is he was going to bring me in on a 5-mile final versus a 10. And from what I'm showing here is I'm going to be coming in on a 10, gradual slope back. So not too long. I might get in trouble. In real life, I probably would have got in trouble, but in real life, I would have followed what they told me to do. So, but now we're just going to be a gradual turn back. We have the localizer. Like, this is trying to find the localizer right now. So that's what these are all on here for, the little triangles. So once we complete this turn, I will start the slowdown process. We're going to start extending the flaps out. So I just hoping for a nice smooth landing. Hope everybody's had a wonderful Easter. You're enjoying this. I'm kind of a little bit quiet. I'm just paying attention now to more what the landing procedures are and sequence of approach. So we're just going to keep gradually turning in from what I'm seeing.
2,500. 2,500.
Here we go. We're lining up. We're going to start. We're not completely lined up with 10, so we're probably going to stay straight right here. A little overspeed here, but we're going to drop the spoilers, slow it down a little bit.
Portland approach, FedEx 781 Heavy, 15,300. We have Bravo on board.
Alaska 1297, Lee Velocity heading tree 10. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 10 left.
2,500.
Lee Velocity heading 310. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 10 left. Alaska 1297.
Okay, there's flaps 2.
FedEx 781 Heavy, Portland approach, altimeter 3022. Expect the visual approach runway 10 left.
Altimeter 3022, expect the visual approach runway 10 left. FedEx 781 Heavy.
Okay, let me give you this angle here. Flaps 3. going to put down our landing gear and go flaps forward. Okay. Switch now to approach mode. We're still a little bit off, but we do have the localizer now. So plane is gradually bringing this lined up. So the purple lines are on here as it's the localizer, it's lining this back up. A little high on, or a little low on the glide slope, so that'll start coming around. Let's go ahead and make sure all our lights are on. Okay, all lights are on. Here we go. Just waiting for clearance to the tower. We're going to switch over to tower for
Portland approach, UPS Niner 76 Heavy, 17,300. We have Bravo on board.
cloud cover. This is going to be fun.
Alaska
Fun landing.
1297, turn left, heading 340, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 340, Alaska 1297.
Alaska 4512, airport is at your 12 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field, Alaska 4512.
Alaska 4512, cleared visual approach runway 10 right.
Cleared visual
on the
approach
right side.
10 right, Alaska 4512.
Alaska 4512, contact Portland Tower 123.775.
Contact Tower 123.775. Alaska 4512, have a good one. Portland Tower, Alaska 4512, visual runway 10 right.
Alaska 4512, Portland Tower, wind 300 at 8, runway 10 right cleared to land.
Runway 10 right, cleared to land. Alaska 4512.
Okay, because that was not our airport, but we are still. That was not our airport, but still on approach, still on our vectors. This is what I absolutely love. Is this is a full-fledged ILS landing? So I'm very excited about this. There it is. Okay, here we go.
1000.
Here comes the rain. I'll go to step 2 on speed brake just because it's raining. Hands on controls.
300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Oh, we bounced. Oh. Bounced a little bit. Not bad.
Alaska 4512, exit left at Bravo 4.
Exit left at Bravo 4, Alaska 4512.
All right. Welcome to Portland. A little rough landing. Kind of bad. A little bit more wind than they said. The winds were calm. So kind of disappointed in that.
Alaska 4512, contact ground 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, Alaska 4512. Alaska 4512, request taxi to allocated gate.
Alaska 4512, gate Delta 10, taxi via Bravo, Tango.
Gate Delta 10 via Bravo, Tango, Alaska 4512.
We're a little past Bravo, so we're going to be on Tango all the way through. Hawaiian Air. Okay, so we're going to be over there right next to the other Alaska and right over here by this Hawaiian Air as well. Let's see what that's British Airways. Yeah, British Airways plane. Turn that to taxi. There's 12, and then we're going to have 10. What's this next one? There's 10 right there.
Delta 2920, at gate Delta 5, request pushback and engine start.
Delta 2920, Portland ground, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Delta 2920.
All right, we are landed. As you can see, I do have my issues with this, so we'll just turn that on. All right. So now we basically got the plane shut down. We're going to go on to ground power. So we keep everything going. We'll turn that off. Go off there, off, and off. Okay. So that is off. Right. Lead on for the APU. Let's hurry in. Our ground services. Connect the
Portland
jetway.
Ground Delta Alpha Sierra Alpha 4512. Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Delta Alpha Sierra Alpha 4512. The jetway is going to be connected.
Yeah, Hawaiian Air, British Airways. That's cool. Definitely some fun seeing these. Got some of our Delta planes over here. I really like that
Delta
livery.
2920, taxi for departure.
Okay, so we're going to get catering
Portland
service.
Ground
Delta 2920, runway 10, left taxi via Kilo, Tango, Alpha 7.
He's getting ready to leave too.
Runway 10 left taxi via Kilo, Tango, Alpha 7, Delta 2920.
Portland Ground Delta Alpha Sierra Alpha 4512. Could you please send the baggage?
Delta Alpha Sierra Alpha 4512 baggage is on the way.
Delta 2920, contact Portland Tower 118.7.
Okay guys, I'm going to end this part here. We'll make it into a two-part series. So I appreciate it, and hope you enjoy part 2.
Alaska 1297.